Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next. And today I am back with another dream video. That's right, I had a crazy dream last night, and again, like I've told you many times before, it actually involved train tracks. Also, if you guys saw my video yesterday, you will know I talked about like how I've changed from the ring light to the LED panel, and I tried to demonstrate having my nasal flapulas because it was slightly off to the right here, but I've actually put it like directly on the camera now, so it should be like, I think it solved the problem. I think I look younger now. Anyway, that's not what this video is about. I wanted to talk to you guys about a dream I had last night, and it was a very anxiety inducing dream. I definitely felt like I don't know, it's kind of the same feeling every time I have one of these train track dreams. It's always like a feeling of anxiety, a feeling of impending doom, like I'm lost, I guess, and I'm waiting to kind of get caught. Like, I know I shouldn't be on these train tracks and I'm trespassing, but I'm like, I don't know how I got there, I'm not sure where I am or anything like that. But it's like I'm waiting to, or I'm trying to hide because I know if I get caught, I will be in trouble. So in this dream, the train tracks was definitely different than every other train track dream I've had before. This was like 3 sets of tracks, and I was in a place, it was like a tunnel. I was stood inside a tunnel on one set of tracks. It was the middle set of tracks. It was nighttime, and I was inside this tunnel, and I was looking out, and there was like another tunnel here, and the train tracks, another set of tracks going through that hole in the tunnel, and then just behind that was a fence, and you could see like lights and stuff like that, and it looked very very industrial out there, like it was still a place that I shouldn't really be, kind of like a docking yard or something like that. There was a lot of lights and cranes and like scary stuff. I somehow knew there was a train coming, so I was standing hiding in this tunnel, and a train did come on the tracks that were like in front of me looking toward the fence. I was looking at that fence because I knew that was my way out, and I was trying to get out, but I knew I had to cross over this other set of tracks. And a train was coming along those lines, and it was coming from the left of me, and it was this huge, scary, intimidating looking like military train. It kind of looked like one of those Japanese bullet trains, but it was like gray, and it was like it was all covered, it was like metal, and it looked a little bit like a tank or some kind of military vehicle, but it was a train. But it had that like plane nose front, you know, like how a plane looks. It was one of those trains that looked kind of like that, like a high-speed rail train. And ironically enough, it did actually say the word bullet on the side of it as it was going past, but it looked like this big, scary, it wasn't fast at all, it was kind of going past pretty slow. But I knew it was coming. That was kind of scary. I was hiding in this tunnel, just peeping around the corner, and I watched it come out, and it was this huge like military style train. I waited for it to pass, and it did, and then I was like, okay, this is my cue to try and make a run for it. So I crossed over the tracks, I get out of this gap in the fence, and then I find myself in this place that's very unusual, and again, very scary and kind of intimidating, and just like I shouldn't be there. Definitely felt anxiety, like I was lost, I was trespassing. And I did, however, find civilization. I came across, I was just walking, I guess, and it was like kind of, everything was set like back alleys. It was like that. And I was just walking in between buildings, and there was nothing for the most part. And then I came across one that was like, it was very strange. It was like there was all these buildings around, and I guess they were apartment buildings or something. But I kind of walked down this like alley in between 2 buildings, and kind of opened up into a square, like courtyard type of area, and there was a lot of people hanging out here. Even though it was nighttime, people were hanging out. It was like some kind of celebration. There was like lawn furniture out, and people were sitting out, like families, I guess, sitting outside their apartments. But it was a very weird setting. It was like nighttime. I still was like kind of lost. I had an idea where I was, but I was still pretty lost. Then I ran into, and I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty convinced, because I woke up this morning and I remembered it as this, but then now I'm thinking back, it's like hard to remember. But I remember seeing this girl, and I think it was Lulu Wilson from Annabelle Creation. I'm pretty sure of it. Like, she was actually like Linda from Annabelle Creation. It wasn't like she is now. It was like she was in the movie. And she was showing me something, and I said to her, did you finally find, and I can't remember what I asked her. I was asking her if she found something, and she said, yeah. And I was like, where did you find it? And she told me, and I was like, No way, you're joking me, you know, that kind of thing. That was very strange. She was just kind of walking with me and we were talking about like something that she had lost but then found again. I have no idea what that was. I've forgotten that part of the dream, but I do remember her showing me her fingernails, and she had like red, well, looked like crayon wax underneath her fingernails. And I think I know I had dreamt that, funnily enough. I think I dreamt that because I've been eating a lot of Baby Bell cheese lately. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like little round red things of cheese, and I love that stuff so much. But what I've been doing is I've been working on a project. It's not really a project. I've just been, it started off like me eating like 3 Baby Bells, and then I kind of mashed up the wax that comes over like the wax casing. I like mashed it up into a ball, and then I just kept doing that. So I've been like adding onto it for months, and it's a ball about this big now of just Baby Bell cheese wax. And sometimes when I like add the next layer, like if I eat a new Baby Bell and then add the layer to it, I'm kind of like squeezing it and making it compact. And sometimes I do get like the red wax under my fingernail. So I think that must have stayed in my head, and I dreamt that Lulu Wilson had Baby Bell wax or under her fingernails, but it looked like crayon wax. But I think what made that happen in my dream was just remembering the Baby Bell thing. Then I kind of walked away from her, and I went down again. It was like another alley, and it led me to a main street. And when I got to the main street, I knew where I was, even though it was still nighttime and I was still very far away from home, but I knew where I was. So then I was trying to call a taxi on my phone, and my phone wouldn't work properly. It was like, it just wasn't making any sense. I was clicking one thing, and I've done this before in dreams where I've been dreaming that I'm trying to use my phone and it just won't do what I want it to do. Like I'm trying to type to somebody and the letters are not coming out right or something like that. It did do that. I was trying to dial a taxi and I couldn't, like, I just remember it wasn't working properly. Very strange dream, but that's all I remember from it. I actually woke up shortly after to my alarm this morning, which is very unusual. I usually do wake up before my alarm goes off, but it did go off today and it woke me up. But yeah, I just thought I would share that story with you guys. I like to talk about my dreams, not just for you guys. I know a lot of you probably aren't even interested, but it's more for me. Like I genuinely want to document my dreams so that I can remember them, because a lot of the time if you don't document them, you know, like record them or write them down, you'll just forget. And I like to remember dreams because sometimes I go back and I watch my old dream videos, and it just like brings the dream back into my head again, where I remember it exactly how it happened in the dream. But anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and remember the most important thing: chase your dreams.